Hello everyone, this is Poulami and you're watching English Literature with Poulami. Today's video is a little different because it is a requested video, as I'm getting a few requests in my comment section and also in my social media handles where people were asking me to make a video on Anglo-Saxon period. So here I am presenting you with a video on Anglo-Saxon period. I'm running a video series on the history of English literature in which I've already covered a few videos. Today's video is also one of them. Also, other than history of English literature, there are plenty of other topics that one needs to study. What are those topics? You can check it down in this video. So without further delay, let's discuss today's topic. But before that, do subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon to get all the notifications every time I post a video. Anglo-Saxon period or the Old English period extended from 5th century till the 11th century. England was occupied and invaded from time to time by foreign invaders. Before 410, England was occupied by the Romans. After the Romans departed after the year 410, it left the road open for other invaders to come into the country. It was when a group of Germanic tribes came into the country and they stayed put in the country till the Norman conquest in 1066. This period in between that lasted roughly for 600 years is thus called the Anglo-Saxon period or the Old English period. Now, question may be asked, why is this period called the Anglo-Saxon period? Well, it is because there are 3 Germanic tribes that invaded the country first as mercenaries, but later they settled down and became the permanent settlers of the country. The 3 Germanic tribes that invaded the country were Angles, Saxons and Jutes. The Jutes were less in number, so their influence was less. But due to the overwhelming presence of the other 2 tribes, that is Angles and the Saxons, the age is named as the Anglo-Saxon period. Again, amongst the Angles and the Saxons, the Angles were the majority, and due to their presence, the country was named as the Angleland. Later on, the name gradually changed into England, then finally it became England, and that is how the country got its name. By the time Anglo-Saxons came into the country, the majority of the country were already converted to Christianity. But the Anglo-Saxons themselves were pagan. So there are basically 2 dominating religions going on into the country. First, Christianity, that believed in the supreme entity of the God and they used to practice the Bible. And the other was paganism, that came into the country through the hands of the Germanic tribes. They did not believe in the existence of God, but rather worshipped the natural elements. Now that we have known about the history and the origin of the age, and also about how the age got its name and about the religious practices prevalent during the period, now it is time to know about the literary features of the age. The religious practices and beliefs had a huge impact on the religious features of the period. It was a time where 2 types of poems were written. First, the heroic poem, and the second was the religious poem. The heroic poem dwells with the past of the pagan and tells the story of the sea voyages, about the heroic adventures, about heroes and warriors, etc. It came into England through the hands of the Germanic tribes. One significant heroic poem of the period was Beowulf. I have already made a video on it and you can check it down in the description box below to know all about the poem with details. Again, there are other poems like the religious poem. It tells the teaching of the saints and also of the stories of the Bible. One significant religious poem of the period was The Dream of the Rod. The Anglo-Saxon period brought with it the oral poetic tradition. It is not a written literature but rather consisted of songs and myths. Later on, the songs and myths were documented by letter writers that we read today. There were no prominent languages during this period. the Anglo-Saxons used to talk in a dialect that was later called the Old English language. Again, later there were plenty of borrowed or loan words, first from the Latin and then from the French, that later on came together to form the English language that we know of today. The writers of the Old English period were basically anonymous. Because we do not have any written document of the poems onto which there are certain names written on it, we cannot come up with the names of the writers. The only two prominent names that we know of that belongs to the period are Beowulf and Cinnamon, and it is only because they have signed a few of their works. That's it for today. In today's video, we talked about the Anglo-Saxon period with all its significant details. I make videos that are short, simple, student-friendly and to the point. By referring to this video, you will have a fair understanding on what to read and what to leave. So instead of mugging up thick, tough books, I'll definitely recommend you to refer to these videos. So how do you like this video? Tell me in the comment section below. If you have any questions, queries or suggestions for me, tell me there as well. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. I post video every Monday and Friday. So I'll see you on the next video. Till then, stay healthy and stay safe. Thank you.